Hey YouTube, it's Eddie here. Just wanted to go over my second character of the league. It's my Sekemas runner. I league started at Monk and I was doing Whirling Assault and Falling Thunder, and I kind of got tired of building up my temple, and I wanted to go a different route and see what I can farm. So yeah, I'm just going to show you exactly what it is. It's just an explosive shot, explosive grenade. Pathfinder, I kind of like took inspiration from other build creators, and it's like nothing new. It's just my version, my interpretation of it. So let's go over the passive tree. What is a little bit different and why I chose Pathfinder versus another ascendancy like typically Deadeye or Tacticians. The other reason I did it is for the sprinting bonus, so I don't get stunned while sprinting. I'm using this Thesis. It gives me 25% more movement speed while sprinting, so that's pretty cool. And then I don't get heavy stunned. This is also pretty good. Traveler's Wisdom. You can choose percent damage, percent defenses, or percent cost efficiency. I first started doing defenses because getting evasion and stuff is pretty hard in this build. But then I switched over to increased damage. You know, the typical setup here. I am using a weapon swap tech because my clear is just explosive shot and my single target is explosive grenades. So you know you want to have loads and additional bolts when you do explosive shot, because then you get 2 little bolts here instead of 1. But you don't have to reload as often, which is nice. So you can just spam run and just like you're moving around, shooting, and it feels really good to clear. You don't need it, but it's like definitely good quality of life. And then have another crossbow that has grenades fire and additional projectile. Pretty simple stuff. Just get as much movement speed as possible. Skill speed is pretty good. Movement speed, attack damage, grenade stuff, area effect. I'm stacking a bunch of AoE. Like I take all these AoE nodes. I even have a From Nothing Diamond, and I pick up these 2 AoE nodes. I get this for movement speed and attributes, because attributes are a little bit annoying in this build. And then I also anoint this here, right here, this other primal growth. Get more AoE when you kill things. So sometimes with the headhunter buffs, you get insane AoE. Like the whole screen is just getting exploded. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, this build, I would say it's pretty expensive. I min-maxed it pretty much. I sold all of my monk gear and I went crazy, and prices are inflated to like nuts. So, you know, do what you will. Like I have a Rockiatas. I bought the Rockiatas when they were like 35 divs, and now they're like 90 divs or something crazy. Let's see exactly what it is cost here. Yeah, now they're 109 divs. So you don't really need this for the build. It helps a lot for single target, but yeah, things are like super heavily inflated. And yeah, I'll go over my gear and showcase a little bit of a Sekemas run at the end, and then I can showcase a little mapping, like a breach setup. I was farming breach for a while with this build. It's super good. The clear is insane. So for the bow, for the crossbow, I had 2 different bows before. Let me go to my hideout and show you guys. I had 2 different bows, but now they're currently for sale. But you can get one of these where it's just fizz. Fizz percentage, fizz, fat base, extra cold, attack, onslaught, and spirit reservation of skills. These are like super cheap, like 7 divs, 6 divs. I'm just trying to resell them. Same thing with my other bow here, my other crossbow. It's the same thing. I choose this spirit reservation because I'm stacking a bunch of different auras like blasphemy, eternal rage, herald of vice, herald of bash, wind dancer. So without the spirit reservation, it's kind of hard to get spirits. So I opted for that. But anyways, so for the explosive shot, you want to stack as much cold as possible, because I'm running this right here, B Hard Towers. I don't know how to say this. B Vengeance. I'm gonna call it B Vengeance. Every time I kill a freezing enemy, I get extra cold damage per 1 rage that I have for 20 seconds, and I currently have 48 rage because I pick up these rage nodes. And yeah, so it's just a lot of damage. So you want to make sure you freeze a bunch of stuff. So that's why I went from the fizz to the cold version of the cold crossbow, and with lightning damage. Lightning damage is just good because you can get shock, and the more shock you do, the higher shock you do, the more damage you do. Yeah, and I got pen. You don't need to have 3 sockets. I opted for 3 sockets because penetration is nice, and you don't really get pen anymore once you have Rockiatas Flow. So I had pen on my previous setup with my siege crossbow before Rockiatas Flow. If you don't have Rockiatas Flow, you want to change it for fire pen here, or another gem. But fire pen is like really good to have instead of Rockiatas Flow. You just put in You slot in fire pen here, and yeah. And then for my crossbow, for the explosive grenade, I have just pure lightning damage and fire damage. Lightning damage for extra shock because I'm picking up all these shock magnitudes here, so I can do more damage on single target. Just pick up these shock magnitude nodes. As far as the helmet, you need to have a Viper cap. Typical explosive shot builds. You stack all the surround stuff. Surround stuff's pretty good still. I got one with 27 spirit. Like I said, spirit is pretty hard in this build, so getting as much spirit as possible is good. For my necklace, it's just a spirit necklace with +2 proj. I want to get +3 proj, but they're hella expensive. So spirit life, resistances, global defenses, evasion's pretty good, chaos res is pretty good. Even attributes are pretty good to have because, like I said, if you get attributes, then you can change these nodes, these attribute nodes here, to either defense nodes or increased damage nodes. My rings are pretty straightforward. Life resistance and flat damage. I had a triple damage ring that I was using for a little while, but I opted to get more life because defenses are kind of hard in this build. So yeah, so I have 2.5k life. My other ring will same thing: cold, lightning, life, chaos res. For the gloves, I opted to get an armor based gloves because I'm picking up this node on the tree here. It says 1 evasion per 1 item of armor. So armor is a lot easier to get, and it's a lot cheaper. Armor gloves are a lot cheaper than evasion gloves. So I opted to get a armor based glove. So you want, like I said, you want the same thing: life, armor, resistances. This leeches life node here, I'm gonna reroll into maybe attack speed or something else, maybe chaos res. But Omen of Lights are like 12 divs now, or 15 divs or something crazy. So I haven't done that yet, but that's my next project. If you don't have this here, recover 2% of maximum life on kill on your Heart of the Well Diamond Jewel, then it is still good to use physical leeches damages life. But yeah, this helps you sustain because you're running around sprinting, and once you kill something, you just get your HP back, and then you can also press your old Raph's Flask, and you get some guard. As far as the boots, like I mentioned before, movement speed. You want to get this this jewel here called Gutality's Thesis. It gives you 25% movement speed while sprinting, and yeah, life, stats, resistances are all pretty good. So you want to stack as much movement speed as possible on the tree. And then for my armor, pretty much spirit, life, highest armor evasion energy shield roll you can, and then resistances. You can also get deflection on the chest. You can also get armor as elemental is also pretty good. That's what I had before, but yeah, now I'm currently selling it. Probably not going to sell, so yeah, this is my old chest here. And yeah, just make sure you set the weapon sets up correctly because there's a lot of important things on the second weapon set, where I have my Gemini crossbow for the bolt. So it's all like evasion, movement speed stuff, penalties from armor, movement speed, freeze buildup, more movement speed. Yeah. So make sure you pay attention to the POB and to the notes. I mean, it's a pretty fun build. Like I said, I'll showcase a little bit of a Sekemas run, and then I'll showcase a little bit of mapping, maybe a T3 Esh. But hopefully you guys like the build. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, just leave a comment below. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.